Hello everybody, it's time once again for another still frame review, and this time I'm going off of one of the comments I got off of my The Fifth Element review. Username Damien Dorhoff commented that The Fifth Element was one of my all-time favorite movies, 10 out of 10. I wonder what his review of Lex would be, or how he likes Cleopatra 2525 or Farscape. I thought, well, I'm not going to watch all three shows, and I wasn't entirely sure what Lex or Cleopatra 2525 were, and a quick Google search revealed no one else had either, but I have always heard of Farscape, and I know it was a big show on the Sci-Fi Channel back when the Sci-Fi Channel was a thing, so I figured, you know what, I'm going to do a review on Farscape. And I won't watch the whole show, I'll just watch maybe the pilot and the first season, let's say. So I looked up Farscape, and it turned out, oh, actually I had seen the pilot episode. I just completely forgot about it. That might give you an idea as to the direction the rest of this review is going to go. So the premise of the series is that this astronaut, John Crichton, accidentally goes through a wormhole to the other side of the universe where he gets into trouble with this big empire police force type organization called the Peacekeepers, and he must be on the run from them along with these other escaped convicts from the Peacekeeper prison system. There's Dargo, the angry alien warrior. There's Aaron, the angry ex-Peacekeeper warrior. There's Zan, an alien priest. There's Rigel, a greedy ex-king. And there's Pilot, the pilot. And so this ensemble group of eclectic characters go through the galaxy trying to outrun the Peacekeepers. So, I'll talk about the good things about this show. The alien creatures were pretty neatly made, especially because they were created by the Jim Henson Company, so the puppets were very non-human-like and different for that time period of television. They didn't just look like humans with things glued to their faces. And that's literally the only good thing about this show. I only watched the first season, but even then that was one of the biggest chores of my life. I was so bored. Every time I would open up a new episode, immediately the first thing I would say to myself is, I'm so bored. This show's bad. It's really bad. The writing is bad. Everything is a cliche, even for late 90s, early 2000s standards. The premise for the television show doesn't even make any sense, and it's not taken advantage of. You see, they're supposed to be on the run from these peacekeepers, yet we only see the peacekeepers in like the first episode and then a couple of more episodes down the road. The rest of the episodes are just them fixing problems with the ship. They don't even seem like they're on the run from anything. And so the problem of the week formula of television just doesn't really work here. And the problem of the week was only interesting when it was kept a mystery as to what the problem was until the very end. Most of the time it was not. And when it's not a mystery, the only interest you have left is in the characters. And these characters are the worst. Everybody was written so poorly, and their emotional ranges were so one-dimensional and cliche. Dargo's the angry one, Aaron's the other angry one, Zan's the calm one, Rigel's the greedy one, Crichton is the snarky one, and they don't change, except for Zan a little bit. So I will give them credit that they tried to fix that later, but it was too little too late. And I think what they were trying to do is maybe give these alien creatures an interesting culture where they don't have the same emotions as a regular human. But when you only give them one emotion to have, they just seem stunted, not like an actual real culture from a different place. What makes other cultures interesting is not that they have a stunted emotional range, but rather that they get emotional in different ways about different things than you would expect coming from your culture. And the acting is bad. It sounds like the actors already memorized the intonations they would use when they were reading the script, and so one character was reading their line one way and the other character was reading their line another way, and so everybody's response to each other doesn't match the emotion the other character has in the scene. And I thought maybe that could possibly be a result of the puppet work and the puppet character having to do their voice later in ADR, but no, even the human characters act that way with each other. And the directing is bad. There's no cohesion. Nothing feels earned. People will be running and shouting in one scene when there's nothing to run and shout about, and then they'll be speaking in a really low voice when there are explosions in the same room. It doesn't make any sense, and nothing feels earned. And when nothing is earned, I am bored. It seems like the people who actually do love this show, the love comes from the look of the show and not the substance. Maybe it has something to do with the time the show came out, and it was just different enough from all the other late 90s, early 2000s sci-fi shows. Or maybe it's just the Australians flooding the comment section. Since this show was Australian, maybe Australia doesn't have a whole heck of a lot of good TV to draw on. But I can't find any love for this show. It's just bad. It's really bad. It's even way worse than The Fifth Element. It made The Fifth Element actually look like it was trying. This is just bad. So I'm gonna give this television show an F for Farscape stinks. At least the first season does. I'm not entirely sure if the subsequent seasons get better, but I'm not gonna bother finding out. But did you like Farscape? Let me know down in the comments. And also, this is the time when I would say, let me know of any other movies or television shows you'd like me to review. But actually, I'm going to be taking a break from still frame reviews for a while, and I'm going to be doing a little something different on my channel. I'll still be doing the other non-review stuff, and then I'm going to be doing a different kind of review. So stay tuned for that. That's it for now. This is Josef Junek signing off. See you later.